Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'm doing a deck profile. I guess I'm called the Virginator, even though I get laid more than anyone in our whole entire group.
Yeah, why do we call you the Virginator? Because you always go on, well, you're just a stupid virgin, so now you are now the Virginator.
Yes.
Yes.
So ignore these beautiful Ultimate Colossuses. This is not the deck profile I'm doing. I just wanted to bring out my favorite card.
Anyways, Thunder Thighs behind the camera.
Yes.
Gas gun. It is Thunder Thighs.
So let's get started. So what I'm playing is something called Red Eyes Phantom Knight, or what my friends like to call Phantom Eyes.
Or Red Eyes Gay Ass Dragon.
Alright, let's get started. First things first, I run 2 Red Eyes Black Dragons. These are German PC Joey ones. Very proud of them. I'm very bougie when it comes to my cards. Red Eyes is just a good, it's a good staple card if you're running a Red Eyes deck. I don't really focus on the deck all that much.
Good old DDS Blue Eyes.
I don't really focus on the deck all that much. But so this is them. Okay. I also run 2 Red Eyes Baby Dragons. The reason why I run Baby Dragon is because he's good in Phantoms, especially because it's a level 3. Plus, it helps me get out the original one if the monster is destroyed by battle. So Baby Dragon is really good in general. I really don't run Flare or any of the other Gemini monsters. I just focus on doing level 3s mainly in the deck. So Red Eyes Baby is good for that.
And the reason why Red Eyes Baby Dragon is the deck, because every Red Eyes player is a baby.
Yes. Alright. I also run, of course, 3 Metal Dragons. This card is just really good in general. It's not once per turn. Mainly people use it for a Guard Dragon variant. Mine is more of a stun variant. I don't really focus on Guard Dragons, but I do respect the engine. But Metal Dragon is really good. It lets me add any Red Eyes card from my deck to my hand, and it's not once per turn. And it is a really good searcher. So if you're running Red Eyes, I definitely recommend running this. Alright. I also run, I was running Blackstone Legend at 1, but I kind of prefer it at 2. To be honest, it's good to recycle the original Red Eyes or Baby Dragon back into deck to do more level 3 plays in the deck. Me personally, I would say run 2, but it's your preference, 1 or 2. I also run 1 Red Eyes Retro Dragon. Retro Dragon's a really good card. He protects the Red Eyes monsters from being destroyed by battle or card effects. If they get destroyed, I can special summon them from the graveyard. Plus, on my next turn, I contribute it to bring out a Red Eyes monster level 7 or lower. I run him at 1. He's a really good hand trap. Plus, if they call by the grave this, you know, it's like a good, a good bait card. I also run the Big Daddy himself, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. If you're running Red Eyes, I definitely recommend running him, especially if you run Red Eyes. To be honest, the best way to run him is with Red Eyes because he just helps all the Red Eyes monsters in general.
Yeah, Blue Eyes abused the living hell out of it. You know why? Because it is called a tool, and that's what he is. Kind of just like Colossus, a tool.
Leave my Colossus alone. So, run Red Eyes Darkness. Me personally, my favorite one is the Jump promo. Only because I've loved Red Eyes for such a long time. Alright, so let's get started on my Phantom Knight engine. So I run 2 Phantom Knight boots.
The Keebler Elves of his deck.
The Keebler Elves of the deck. Of course, everybody knows what they do. You banish it from the graveyard. It lets you add a Phantom Knight trap or spell from the deck to the hand. He's really good.
They're also the MVPs of the Orchest.
Yeah, that common deck.
I also run the Phantom Knight of Cloak. He's really good. I like running him at 2. I was running boots at 3, but I personally like running them both at 2 too. Plus 1 Phantom Knight glove. He's good, especially if you focus mainly on level 3s. So there's that.
Plus he gives an Xyz 1000 attack when used as a material.
So let's go to my hand traps. I run personally Bell. Bell is probably my favorite hand trap in the whole deck, especially because my deck focuses nothing but on graveyards. So if you call by the grave it, Bell says fuck you to that. So she's really good. She protects the Phantom Knights. You know, she's kind of like the family. She protects her little brothers. I also run 2 Effect Veilers. I like Effect Veiler because it does negations, especially if you're playing a deck that does nothing but spam. Protects you from, especially if you're dealing with a Colossus. You can negate Colossus for the turn, so you can do Metal Dragon's effect to add. I run 1 Brotar Dragon and 1 Destrudo. Just extra dragons.
Extenders for the deck.
Extenders for the deck. I run 2 Allura Darknesses. I was running it at 3, but I kind of like it at 2 mainly. I already add enough from the deck in general. I run 2 Red Eyes Fusions.
Should have been running that with Allure. It's called the Pot of Greed, guys.
So Red Eyes Fusion, it lets me fusion summon a Red Eyes Fusion monster from the deck. But to be honest, I like personally running it at 2. I wouldn't run it at 3. I was running it at 1, but I just try to get into it as fast as I can. So it's really good, especially to make Red Eyes Slash Dragon. I run 2 Return of the Dragon Lords, 2 or 3 Called by the Graves. You know, like I said, in case Ash or anything tries to cockblock me.
And they're very strong in this format.
Yes, 1 Monster Reborn. You gotta to just do Monster Reborn. And of course, one of my favorite traps, the Red Eyes Fang with Chain. This card allows me to take equip it to a Red Eyes monster and then control an effect monster and equip it to that monster. So if Colossus is on the field, I can take Colossus and equip it to a Red Eyes, and it gains its attack and defense. So it's really good handy.
It loves taking Crimson Nova.
I run 2 Solemn Strikes just for cock blocking. Of course, you gotta run the Fog Blades. Fog Blade is just a really good card in general, especially if you're running Phantom Knights. So 3 Fog Blades. I personally like the Phantom Knights of Mist Claws, especially to recycle my stuff and add my stuff back to my hand. Plus, you know, does an extra summon. And last but not least, 1 Skill Drain.
Can't wait to get that new one.
So now let's get to the extra deck. Of course, my favorite card of all time besides Colossus is my #1 favorite, Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. He's actually my favorite card in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! I personally like him because of his effect. Not only, it's really good against Orcus because Orcus does nothing but spam, so just 500, 500, 500, 500 constantly, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. So it's also really good, and of course you could spam out level 7s if you run Red Eyes, so I personally like him for that. I only run him at 1. He's only good at 1. Like I said, I don't really focus on 7s as much. So definitely run Flare. 1 #11 Big Eye. Big Eye is just a good card in general. You can, you know, Big Eye a Colossus, Big Eye a Dingarisu, or even a Blue Eyes monster, depending on what you're playing against.
Blue Eyes cannot be affected by that weakling.
Those are my level 7s. Let's get to the level 3s. I run 2 Phantom Knight of Breaksword. To be like I said, I focus mainly on 3s mainly. To be honest, he's the MVP of the 3s. I love him. I love Phantom Knights. Fuck Orcus, because they just use him as slaves.
We don't use that one.
Orcus sucks.
Number 75 Bamboozle. I run number 75 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. To be personal, I really like him. He stops basically he's a kind of a trolley card, and he just stops annoying monster effects. So if someone does Ash or anything to me, I can negate that and make it to where we just draw a card instead. So Bamboozle's definitely good. Of course, if you're running 3s, you gotta run him Dante of the Burning Abyss. If you're running level 3s, he's just good in general. He's the best level 3 you got. So definitely run Dante. I run 2 Slash Dragons. Like I said, I'm running mainly Phantom Knights. Especially with this guy, he's really good because all you do is use Red Eyes Fusion. And what it does is it fuses a Red Eyes Black Dragon and 1 Warrior monster from the deck. So boom, send the boots to the graveyard, banish the boots. So not only do you have a beat stick, but you also have a Fog Blade automatically. So I love Slash Dragon. Like I said, I focus mainly on the Warriors. Alright, to the Link monsters, I run 1 Beat Cop. She's really, really good. 1 Heretic Seal, 1 Brigadine, 1 of the new Ebon Angel of the Burning Abyss.
What does that do?
Basically what she does is she requires 2 level 3s to make her. And what she does is she just basically sends them to the grave, and then she just helps level 3s and protects them. So, and then, of course, Nightmare Unicorn, Saruja Skuldra Dragon, and of course, none other than Borosaur Dragon.
But you gotta run the Euro, guys. If you're not running the Euro, get a new deck. Or just new card, actually, whatever.
So, this is basically just a little, it's my favorite deck, and to be honest, I put a lot of money into it, so I really like it, and it's fun. I've actually did pretty good at locals with it. So, if you like it, just let me know, and thank you, and
that came straight from the Virginator. We got Thunder Thighs recording. We got the Fairy over here, and I guess I'm the Rich Hillbilly. If you like the video, hit like it, subscribe it, comment. We like seeing that dislike. Goodbye.
Have a good day.